Hello, welcome to Goshenik TV. This is Intentional Parenting. I am Adeshola Akintayo. On this episode, I'll be teaching us how to transfer truth to our children, and I'll be using Moses' principles from the Bible. Let's read together the book of Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4 to 9. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength. These commandments that I give to you today are to be on your heart. Verse 7. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home, and when you walk along the road, when you lie down, and when you get up. Verse 8. Tie them as symbols on your hands, and bind them on your foreheads. The last verse we'll be considering, verse 9. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates. Number one principle from that Moses principle there is that we need to understand as parents that relationship comes before the rules. That's why that verse says that the commandments that he has given us today are to be in our hearts. That means you have to have the truth before you can transfer the truth to your children, because no man can give what he or she does not have. So as an intentional parent who wants to, or who is aiming at transferring the truth to the children, you have to be truthful. There must be truthfulness in you. Then the second principle that Moses gave us is found in that same verses. He said, truth must be in you before it can be in them. Yes, if you don't have that truth, I said that earlier, if you do not have truth, you can't give it to them. So once you have a relationship with them and then you are aiming at transferring truth to them, it must be that you yourself, you have some truth on your inside. And then thirdly, each day offers natural opportunities for us to teach our children whatsoever we want to teach them. Verse 7 says, impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home. When you sit at home literally means it can be your TV time at home, it can be your play time at home, it can be your cooking time at home. When you are at home, within your home, it says impress it in their heart. That means there is no time at home that should be of waste. At all times, you should be teaching your children one thing or the other. But one of the challenges we have these days is that sometimes we do have parents who are present at home, but at the same time, they are not present in the life of their children. It's a different thing. Please don't mix it together. You can be at home all day, and then there is no influence. There is no value you are adding to your children. That's the time you hear parents say that, oh, go and watch it. Go and stay by yourself. You are disturbing me. And then some parents are actually really busy, while some others are not busy in the right way. Okay. So it says, impress it on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road. Sometime when you walk along the road can be your drive time, can be that time you took them to school, or you went to pick them from school, the school runs time. It can be when you and them had to go to the salon, when you and the girls or the boys had to go to the salon. It can be when you had to go to the market together. There is always time to teach them something. Each day, don't forget, offers natural opportunities for us to teach our children one thing or the other. And then the third one says, when you lie down and when you get up. When you lie down, when you get up. But, these days, when we lie down, the bedtime, when we lie down, social media has eaten it up, has taken up that time from us. When we lie down, normally, some of us, when we're growing up, the bedtime at night was the time that our parents prayed with us. How many of us still pray with our children at night time? At bedtime, how many of us get to know how they feel and what they went through in the course of the day? Please do not forget that one of the ways to transfer truth to your children is also when they lie down or when you get up in the morning. When you get up in the morning, what are your daily activities as soon as you get up in the morning. In some families they pray, in some families they prepare themselves for their daily activity, and off they pour and they go. So how are you transferring truth to your children? And lastly, the verse 8 and verse 9 talks about repetition. He says, tie them as symbols on your hands, on your forehead, put them on the doorpost of your houses. This talks about repetition. And don't you forget that repetition is the teacher's best friend. So if you're going to teach your children the truth, you want to transfer the truth into your children, you must imbibe repetition. Don't get tired of repeating the same thing. Sometimes we are like, oh, I keep telling you the same thing every day. Oh, please, repetition is the best friend of any teacher. Keep repeating it. Do not forget that relationship comes before rules. Truth must be in you before it can be transferred to your children. Each day offers natural opportunities for you and I to teach our children whatever we want to teach them. And do not forget, lastly, that repetition is the teacher's best friend. Till I come your way again on Intentional Parenting, please do well to follow us on all our social media handles, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on TikTok at Goshenic TV. God bless you. Please keep parenting your children intentionally. Bye.